Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome. We're just going to get started here in just a moment. Now, you might be thinking, hang on a second, this is episode 1.5, what happened to 0.5 and 1? Well, 0.5 has been uploaded. I will be uploading episode 1. Episode 1 is already on YouTube. I just haven't released it yet, but it will be up there soon enough. But this is where we are. This is the latest that we're at right now, so I thought you guys would want to watch. So I'm just going to go ahead and share the links and we'll get started here momentarily. I do hope you're all alright. How is everyone today? Hopefully fine and dandy. Exciting times as well, as I will be playing a War of the East 2 play by email against Night Phoenix. I'm going to get my ass kicked. I'll be playing as the Axe, of course. So that's going to be a lot of fun. Right, almost done here, and then I can get going. The War on the Pacific play-by-email game, well, the second one against Admiral Danman, will be getting going in the very near future. I just need to coordinate with a good friend who's been helping me out tremendously, and then we'll be able to just get it going, really. Don't worry about not seeing anything right now. You might be thinking, why is he just blabbering on? It's because I was like sharing the actual links. I should probably set a time. I'd probably do better if I like set a stream schedule, but I don't know. I've never been a schedule kind of guy. But here we are. Hey, Dynamis Chilliver, good to have you, my man. Hope you're doing well. You look good. You been working out? Alright, here we are. Okay, so you guys... well, of course I need to actually load the game. I could have clicked continue, but I'll just go ahead and click here. So yeah, we'll be playing Almost to the River Rhine, and then I do have another game. Now this is against Alex, but it's not right. I don't think it's showing all of them. I'm playing another one against Alex. How about I didn't send that to the wrong person? Anyhow, yes. Yeah, right. So I'm playing the game against Alex once again, but I'm also going to be playing a game against Steel Division League, so there's SD League on YouTube. I will play in WARSAW PACT in both. I do also have the 0.5 introduction video available for that series. I'm just waiting on SD League to get back to me, and then I can actually like see what his turns are like. Well, what his response is like, and then I can actually get on with turning the turnaround. And yeah, alright, 4 minutes of waffle. That's not too bad. It's a nice day here in the UK. It's a big day as well, because it is the day that undergraduate results, at least the University of Sheffield, released. I got what I wanted. Not as great as I wanted, but no, then again, no. I think realistic. It's what I needed, so I'm happy with that. Just a little bit off the top spot, just a little bit off, but that's fine. Things do happen, and we can't always have things go perfect. But hey-ho. Right, so I just want to go ahead and talk about what I've done already so far, because of course you guys would not have seen that. So what I've done so far then is, you won't have actually seen this, and I could have pretended it never happened, but I did have the TU-22Ms. Where have they gone? Where are they? Are they in the stack? I'm gonna tick. Alright, where are they gone? Hang on a sec, let me find them. Okay, I just need to skip this card part here. Interesting when you load in that it gives you the option sometimes. But not a bad thing, actually, in case you wanted to do that. But anyhow, let me go ahead and... yeah, there we are. I was wondering where things were. Right, lovely. Yes, so... I did have the TU-22Ms, actually... they couldn't go forward and bomb, which is a bit of a shame there. And the reason being is I did have them come through, and I was going to actually hit the Pomkus over here at Bremerhaven. But I didn't have them going with an escort as such. Well, I had them move over here. They were going to link up over here and have an escort and then go in. But what ended up happening as they flew over here, I think it was either from Eisendorf or Hamburg, maybe one or the other. I forget which one it was now. But they were intercepted. They didn't suffer any damage, but they were forced to turn back. So that's a major pain in the arse. I was going to use them to bomb the target over here. I have also set up a bombing campaign against these guys. Maybe if I have one, I might even take this guy who has one. The Yak-28 could make it over there. He might help out. But anyhow, the idea is I'm going to strike out again the Pompicus. I've been trying to clear the skies over here. As you can see, some of these NATO air units are depleted, and I'm going to try and sweep them away as I can. But we're just working our way through the air phase here. Working our way through. Or another thing I'll talk about is I decided to land the air mobile brigade, well, air mobile forces over here at Delmenhorst, and down here at Fjordwag, I don't know how you pronounce that. I'm not even going to bother trying. I was originally about landing outside here at Landshut. And there is, don't get me wrong, there's a US Corps over here. There's German forces over here as well. But what I wanted to do with these guys, they're only going to have like one movement. It is a bit of a sacrifice, and it's more of a sacrifice than it was beforehand. Oh yeah. I've actually got the Danube front over here. Oh my god, I forgot if it's got blade sound. Okay. That's a good thing I skipped it there. Yeah, I've got the Danube front. I will be learning that one. I'm hoping to get a couple more of their titles in the near future as well. But I will be taking a look at the Danube front there from Wargame Design Studios. I'll be doing more of their stuff in the coming days, really. Well, weeks, probably. Something around that sort of time. But yes, anyhow. So these guys are kind of like sacrificial lambs. You might be thinking, oh, where's the VDV? And they are they in the stack? They're in the stack, I think. Yeah, elements of them anyhow. So I haven't dropped the VDV, and I haven't used my amphibious forces yet. You might be thinking, why is the mouse being weird? It's because I'm using my dodgy mouth or my girlfriend mouse, but my girlfriend uses my good mouse. So, you know. That's how things go. Yeah, I'm looking forward to trying it out. I'm looking forward to trying out the entire Cold War series, really, but yeah, that'd be a good one to start with. Will be rather intriguing to see how it's portrayed. But anyhow, so that's what we've got so far. What I'm going to go ahead and do then is set up a mission over here to actually hit these guys. Another thing as well is I moved up the Polish over here. Where are they? I'm going to take that here somewhere. Oh, there they are. Yep, I moved up Polish MiG-21s over here. I saw some other little escorts. But yeah, I moved up the MiGs over here. The idea being that we have... Where are you? It's in here, I think. Yeah, we have such units like this that we must protect. These are worth quite a bit of victory points. The one I care most about, though, are these ones. So we have about... it's about 8 of them or so. These guys over here, they provide 4 replacements per turn. The good news is that they are... Well, the bad news is that they're immobile. The good news is that they're bunkers. The other good news is that they're actually in urban centres for the most part. So there's one over here. And if I point out the fact that they don't have any defences over here, you'll be quite alarmed. I was as well. But the majority are not like that. Like, for example, over here at Bratislava, you can see that we do have SA3s defending them. Over at Prague, or Praha, however you want to pronounce it, I'm just going to say Prague. But again, we have SA3s. There is over here to the north. Yes, I think it's in here. Oh, it's in here. I think, yeah, in here, yeah. We do have one over here at Hal, I don't know how you pronounce that. With 2 SA5 batteries protecting it there. So, and also SA2. This guy is actually relatively well protected. There's a couple more around the area. There's a couple more. But these guys are vital to the war effort as they do provide those logistics. And we need them. We really, really need them. So what I've gone ahead and done then is moved up the Polish air power more so into this area here. They can't move easily, but they can move to certain places. Some of them more so than others. But essentially what I wanted to do then is have them move down like so. Let's see. Yeah, so they could move around here and land in that airfield. And what I'm going to go ahead and do then, I actually moved up some additional forces over here to Rostock. I've been using the Polish now actually to try and just like... Yeah, I've been using the Polish air force as much as I could just to try and get rid of what I could here. without having to use more than I would have preferred. So it's been working out well so far. I did have to use some Soviet units, but not too many. Oh, and I decided to go ahead and organize a initial naval engagement here. This is using everything that I could muster for the first strike. They are being supported by air assets over here as well. So what I'm trying to do here then is, because he does have his other naval forces over here, is try and just score like a I don't know, a strike anyway. It's not going to be decisive. Both sides are likely to have this, but he may not have his decoys or electronic warfare capabilities. Yeah, he may not have it in here. They may be in here. So if I can land a strike over here, that would be quite good. But anyhow, let's take a look then. So I've got a couple of units here then. We just need to set up what we're going to do. Just need to go from there. Could they make it to Rostock? Not really. I could have them maybe move around here. But again, it's not that useful. And I could have them like kind of positioned here and have like fleet assets over here, but it's not really it's not really worth it. Alright. Okay. So what I want to go ahead and do, and I kind of regret, I have tried to clear this air power out, but it has been stubborn. So I need to try and clear it out. How are we going to approach this then? Right. Couple assets over here then. We have some MiG-21s. Their assets, not as amazing as you would imagine. I do have Su-25s over here. These guys are great. Alright. So I do have MiG-29s, MiG-23s over here then. A number of different assets. These guys are great. Alright. So generally what we're going to want to do here then is get some kind of fighter unit in there. I do have this unit over here, the Yak-28, but obviously the Yak-28 is a bit of a problem. It has a little bit of a problem. Mostly in the fact that if it moves around here, it can be intercepted. If something moves to link up, but it can be intercepted. So yeah, that was the stack I was using from earlier to like try and clear out most of the air power. It's been relatively successful. So proceeding from here then, there's a number of different things I could do. I could make use of the actual fighter bomber stacks, like these Su-17 stacks, and that's not a terribly bad idea, but not a terribly good idea either. It would mean that they get through relatively easily enough. But let's see. Really, fighter bombers go where you have contested areas. I do like these bombers, these Su-24s. Interestingly, they don't hit as hard. They still do have electronic warfare, but yeah, they don't have that fighter capability. So maybe I do use those fighter bombs to go ahead and hit him over here at Bremerhaven. Bremer. I don't know. We do have plenty of helicopters. I do have enough. Maybe I go for that and try and ensure we hit that. Yeah, that's not a bad idea, I guess. Let's see what our alternatives are then. These guys have been very useful, but they have quite short range. Right. So we have a couple of them here. Their air stats are not amazing, but I just need to get them in, and then they can just do damage. So what I'll do is link you up over here. That's 8. What do we have? These guys are very interesting in the fact that, yeah, your fighter bombs with ground-to-air missiles to attack fortifications and tanks. They could come in quite handy, actually. Now, they have 5-5 and they're 2. They have a low air stat, but that's okay. And again, these guys have a very similar function. I may want to use them really elsewhere. Like, I could hit the Dutch over here. They're out in the open. I actually have a +1 to hit them by, which would be quite good. That would be very good. Yeah, essentially what I'm trying to do here, then, is I'd love to have the air mobile move over here to Oldenburg. If they could seize Oldenburg, that'd be excellent. So I'd like to get them some air support out there, if I could manage it. I would like to weaken the US forces, but these, I think it's like a US combat team. They're not that powerful. But essentially what I'm trying to, I mean, to be fair, I don't have to move to Oldenburg. What I'm trying to do here then is have the airborne forces in a position where they can just try and intercept these roads, or at least try and control these roads. We are playing with the new update, so we do have breakthrough on. So this area here is the priority, because I want to be able to break through here and then end up in Fastberg. And so I'm going to have to bring us some air power up here. But I want to be in Fastberg mostly because that controls the other road here. So I want to be in control of these roads. That's going to be the idea. If I can control these roads and sort of like isolate this area, even for like another turn, or just any length of time, prevent an inflow of reinforcements easily, it will be worth it. There's also additional targets. Like for example, inside Oldenburg Airport, we have two, well, airbase. We have 2 air units. Down here, there's also 2 air units, but this airfield is better defended than I had initially hoped. I was kind of thinking, do I go for this one or do I go for Lechfeld if I dropped here? And maybe I should have dropped here, but there is a German core right there. Again, we'll see. It's one of those of like, not a great position down here. But I didn't feel like it was worth dropping around this area. I could have dropped over here to take these guys, and that wouldn't have been a bad thing. It might have actually stopped them from retreating, which would have been okay. But again, it's a very temporary thing. I kind of want to cause problems over here in the back line. I'm going to try and delay him getting reinforcements up to the front, and so I can actually move quite aggressive. I'm going to be driving through here with the Czechs to this point, and hopefully get in a breakthrough. I want to try and cause problems, try and delay the entry of the Italians to the Austrian theatre. We are playing with the Soviet... Yeah, here you go. So we have WARSAW PACT commands, and for the GDR as well. Essentially, WARSAW PACT army commands are staffed by Soviet generals and senior officers as well. So they have a higher capability. They have greater morale, probably because somebody has a pistol to your head. But also, they can control more units. They have a greater stack reduction. So before, there was something like -4. Was it -4? It might have been like -4. But now it's like, even if it was -6, -4, -6, now it's -8 with higher morale. That's a big deal. It generally means that our forces here will fight harder. There'll be more of them to fight, and they'll fight better, which makes a pretty big deal. So, in terms of what we have here then, okay, yeah, these forces need to just basically hit Vienna. But saying that, we'll use satellites to try and figure out what we're working with. I want to have air support over here at Vienna. The good news is, because we actually do have Pursuit and Breakthrough on, I may... Well, there's no Pursuit nor Breakthrough allowed here, so that's a bit of a shame. I was hoping to say I might be able to get a chance over there. But what I want to go ahead and do then is, let's see... Breakthrough is allowed here at Linz. So what I really want to go ahead and do then is, because the Italians will be coming down this road, the Czechs are going to pay for it, but I kind of want to have them, if they can possibly do it, take Linz. And actually, I mean, to be fair, he could just go this way and then it kind of makes... Well, that's actually something to bear in mind, because they could just let you go that way and it would kind of make a lie of what I'm trying to do here. I was going to say try and block the road. It doesn't really inhibit him all that much, though. We'll have to think about that one. Because that Czech army going in there is going to be kind of unsupported. But it would be nice to actually try and delay. But we'll see, we'll see. Maybe it's not worthwhile. There's Pursuit there, Breakthrough there. It could be worthwhile to try and cause some damage and then pull back. But I don't know. Maybe I don't do that, because that could be quite difficult. And I don't really have a way to sustain it. So, maybe not. Maybe not. There's some good forces there, but not an incredible amount of them. Right, so... What we're going to go ahead and do... This unit over here then has, like, just one. So, there is another Pumpkus about here that I will be trying to target, but I need more air power. So, what we'll do then is try and clear up this air power here. I want to get bombers over here. So, in fairness, do I need to clear up air power there? Not particularly. That should get cleared up when I try and clear this area. I do have Sputniks over here. I've learned a valuable lesson about how to use them without them getting stuck or bogged down in pointless combat, so they can't do anything. So yeah, you can see that air power has been reduced over here at Hanover as well. Yep, there we are. So he has air power here. Helicopters over here that I could try to intercept, but no air power here. So this is going to be relatively easy. I'd like to take out the American air power here because those guys can move pretty quickly. And yeah, they're going to cause pain. But yeah, I'll go ahead and get some fighter bombs through here then, I guess. So... And over here at Fastberg, it's a -1 to air bombardment. We'll see. Hitting this guy out here would be quite nice. He's in the open, in the clear terrain, so I could hit that nice and hard. But yeah, what we'll go ahead and do then, I believe I do have plenty enough assets, especially when it comes to like ground assets, especially in the first turn, that I can more or less do a great deal of things. So, let's see then. I'm contemplating how many of these guys I actually have, but then again, I'm hitting the Pumpkus. I'm not likely to be able to take out the Pumpkus straight away. This is essentially like the prepared positions for US forces in Europe. I doubt I can take them out in a single turn. In fairness, actually using the fighter bombers out this way would probably be better, but I need to actually clear out these guys around there. I should have enough bombers. Yeah, we have bombers over here. We have bombers here. Plenty of reconnaissance, even an additional bomber there. Other units. Again, I said this last time, but I love the SU-27s. And I only have like 2 turns of the S priority buff, so I really need to make use of them in the first turn. I'm not going to get stats like that again. So I need to make use of them. I'm a little bit sad that I didn't get to use these guys. I should have given them a fighter escort. That's on me. Silly, silly me. Right. But we've got enough assets to make this work, so let's see. What can we do? And clearing the skies in general would make this easier. Right, I'm rambling. I need to realise that I can't ramble forever and just got to get on with it. But I do like to talk about everything that's going on. Just give you guys like the download, as I could say. Love these guys. Really handy on the first turn. And just in general thereafter. Alright, so let's see. We'll be deciding what the hell to throw at Berlin as well. Just any ground support will do for the most part. Right. Oh, these are anti-radiation. Yeah, they'll come in handy. Okay. So these are freeze, which are quite good. What I'll do then is just grab a third. I know it's not... I could probably get more ground attack in there. But I just wanted to make sure that these guys can actually manage it. So let's see then. I'm just looking for some cover right now. And... well, I'm going to get involved in a ground attack mission. So once I go in there, they're not going to be moving again. So I have to bear that in mind. Just need something to give them cover, really. As for reconnaissance aircraft, I don't know. I don't think it has a range. Maybe, just maybe. Right, move you there. 9, wow. Actually does just have the range. That's pretty handy. And I could have that one join in then. And that would give me the extra. Not that it particularly matters, but it might help with the surge bonus there. Cool. Right. So move here. Move them up there. Linking up. And I have to take the most direct path here, which is not exactly ideal, but I can't do all that much about it. I could fly. I cannot fly. I can fly that way. So we'll have to fly over. And let's hope for the best. Ah, that's a shame. Right, okay. Alright, okay. So there's more air power than I would have appreciated. Pain in the ass. Especially when I'm dealing with air power here that I can't see Bremen. Pain in the ass. Alright, well, we'll have to deal with that then. I don't have to wait. I don't know. It's not going to go too far. We'll see what we can do. Bit of a pain though, so that means I've used quite a few bombers and ground attack on something I haven't actually been able to get any value out of, so that's a pain in the backside. Yeah, especially after I flew over here. Anyhow, maybe I should use a better fire to begin with. So let's see then. Let's see. Pain in the ass, but we'll live. Right, there's the other. Alright. I would like to have another satellite out here. Then at least I can see what I'm doing. So move them over there. Okay. So I could... well, there's 2 hexes over here with air defense, which is not exactly ideal. I could maybe fly it this way, but I think there's probably still going to be air defense. Not really air defense over here. Yeah. And these Dutch forces over here. If I can try and delay them, that'd be great. But yeah, there's a lot of enemy air power over here, so what I want to do then is just like sweep through and deal with that. In terms of what we have down here, there's not really any air power that can't be beaten down this way. With the first turn, we really get to set the tempo, which makes a big difference. So I've got 23 there. I'd like to have the most capable air power I can get. 21. How would that flight path look? I don't have a huge amount of room to maneuver there. So maybe I might not use them. Right. Got a couple of these. So in fact these 2 wouldn't hurt. And because I'm going to be running basically air supremacy, if I don't get them stuck in battle, then I can actually make use of these guys elsewhere, so they can really run double duty there. Right, again at 23. So let's just take a look at that. How would we go in there? A direct path would be nice, but I haven't swept the skies. Maybe I should do that, but time is money. Right. It's not super close, is it? I may have to use assets that are closer to the front than what we have in position. What we have in position all the way back there. I do have access to some good stuff. Like, we have a MiG-29 squadron here. I could use, like, these guys in fairness. They are quite large. Having smaller would actually be better, and having more of them, really. But not the end of the world. I do have... Yeah, okay, so I've got 2 over here, then. Okay. So I've got a couple... I've got a trio of MiG-29s. A couple more MiG-29s back in Russia, and in the different military districts. But enough to work with, I guess. These MiG-23s are really good on the first turn too. Interestingly enough, not every unit seems to have boosted stats. Seems to be if they're with a headquarters, perhaps. Like these guys. Well, these guys have boosted movement. Anyhow, it doesn't particularly matter all that much. They still have good enough. Again, a little annoying that didn't go ahead, especially with the bombers too. Gotta learn that lesson, haven't I? Right. So, what would we be dealing with if I fly a more direct path? Because I could try to clear out the enemy's air power here. Okay. So if I fly direct, I could fly overhead, deal with this over here at castle, take care of the British helicopters there. I am flying over like AA more than likely. But that's looking pretty doable. Yeah. Would engage with quite a bit of air power out here, but I should be able to get through that. And I do have empty hexes over here, so that means I can go more or less straight through. Maybe what I do is I fly a little bit indirect and fly around. I could also try and hit these helicopters too on the way. Yeah. Quite a bit of air power around here. So what I'll go ahead and do then... I'm going to take you from the north. I don't know, would you have enough though? If I'm not going to be diving as deep elsewhere, so in fairness, I can use the one that's closer, then have that one move down to replace it elsewhere. So yeah, let me go ahead and find my command in this area. I guess it should be around here. Well, I've used one already actually, so that might have been the one down this way. So I'll use you then. Let's make sure. Pushing it. I might just want to fly it that way then. If I move to that point... It can be done, and if I fly that way, I'm going to be dealing with a few enemy forces I'd like to, anyhow. Even if I go that way. I guess we'll go that way, and then I can just try and aim for this over here. I really need to get over to this area and clear out this air power. I don't really have a lot of... I don't really have the legs to do it. Not easily. The question does come down then to, do I really want to use this? It is great, don't get me wrong. I could even get more in there, but it is a question of reach. Like, for example, these guys could go much further. Not that much further, but they can go further. I don't know, maybe this is too far, but I do want to hit these Pomka sites where I can. But saying that, is it worthwhile hitting everything? But if I can hit all this air power that's like on display now, that could be worthwhile. But I don't know, maybe this isn't worth it, because this one's in a urban area, which is going to be harder to get to. I don't know. But it would be quite good to be able to strike at him deep. It does... It might cause damage, and if it causes damage, it's something that he has to potentially replace. But then again, this is very deep. I'm going to be flying up quite a lot of air defense. So maybe not worth going for that one. This one I'd like to go for, because these two were definitely doable. And I can definitely control the sky. Well, I almost have air control over here. So that's not bad. So maybe we're focused on just dealing with the front line air power, perhaps. But again, we'll bear this in mind. I've got enough air power to like do other things, so I'll come back to that one once we get a bit closer to the end, really. Yes, there's air power here. There's air power across the line. What I could do then is start over here. Maybe go down the line. Let's see what we have then. So shift you up here then. I've used my bonus movement. Love the music. Alright. I'm thinking about maybe using these guys as well, actually. I'm just going for a bit of a crushing strategy. I guess that works. Oh, these are now 3, okay. I think they used to be 2. I can't remember. These guys used to be 6 and they're now 5. Alright, so that takes me up to 6. What I'll do then is move. It's not really going to make a difference which way I go here. And then I'll take another other styes. Sty 10. I love that name. Right. So I'm at 11. I just need to have some protection now. Yeah, there's another one over here. Maybe I should have taken that one. That would have been a wise move, but I didn't know it was there. Right, okay. Since these guys are going to be going deeper, what I'll do then is grab these. Because they have that unlimited range. They really do not sweat things like this. Seems I would be over stacking limit there. Oh, it's because I've got the helicopters here as well then, okay. Right. Yeah, I don't want to get them in there. Let's see. I may just move these guys in fairness. Question is where... Oh, do I have an airfield? Don't really want to use them like that. What are we at here? 14. That's annoying. And they take up 1, okay. I think I'm going to go do here then. I should have done this beforehand. So it costs me an additional movement point, but it does mean that I have them where I want them now. Got room for 1 more, but I don't really have something of that size, so it's okay. So what we're going to go ahead and do here then. Let's see. And I could do something like that and have a little bit of movement left, but it might not be too wise to do it immediately. I want to try and take out air power here. So if I go that way... Another thing would be maybe go that way. Maybe go that way. But make my way down this way. I do fly over enemy air defense. I can stop at this point actually, so I think I'll go for that. So let's see, 10. Okay. Can I go over the river? That'd be great if I could. I need to fly over here so I can turn. Right, we'll do that then. Hopefully it works. Whoa, that's going quick. Going very quick. Going there very quick. Okay. Right, okay. We shot down stuff. I didn't quite get to see how much. That went very quickly there. So I think we succeeded generally there with what we wanted. There seems to be more air power in this area than initially believed. We're down to 5 here. So I could go forwards. But I guess what I'm going to do then is actually go back to the north. I can actually then link up with this guy. And then go back again, perhaps. Something to that extent, anyway. So we'll go back through. Ah, so there's air power over here as well. Okay. Right. These guys could be used elsewhere then. So let's take a look then. That takes us to 14. When I can... Oh, apparently we have cleared it over here. I'm not entirely sure if that's true or not. So I would have to bear that in mind. If I fly... Ooh, I can't really fly easily over. Where can I go? I might... Well, I've got some over here that do have a little bit more gas in the tank. What I may have to do then is leave you guys here. I can move these guys a little bit further. I could even have them link up with... then again, these guys as well are in the same situation there. We'll see. I could have them commit to an attack somewhere. Like, they could fly over there. Or not. Not with that group in there, anyhow. Yeah, so they could maybe fly over that way. Or directly overhead, etc. I'd have to see what I want to do with them. These guys, again, are in a similar situation here, but I could fly over. Even potentially fly down this way. We'll go to this point then. I'm going to fly overhead. Yeah, lost one to AA there. Not ideal. But I could have other things that shouldn't beat up with them here, so that's not too bad. This, in theory, may be open now. In theory. This is 8. I could have some fighters overhead, so there's actually a little bit of air cover. But it's hard to say on that one. I would really like to get some bombers onto that. But we'll come to that once we have a little bit more then. So, let's see. I mean, I could try and break through that. Try and, again, strike at them. I've still got 4 movement here on this MiG-29. I've got 5. These guys are obviously never going to run out. But what we're trying to do here, then, is essentially, as opposed to like the first time that we played against Alex, is like I really want to try and hit like everything I can hit in the opening round. Because that is going to mean just a lot more damage can be done there. Means essentially that on the first turn, he's not going to have as much as he did last time. I should, in theory, be in a better position than I was last time. Because, well, there may not be as much NATO power in the sky. And that would be great. So we'll see. We'll see. We'll try and do our best. I just need to get the assets to make it work. I could try that with fighter bombers, but we'll see. If I can get that, then that'd be great. Again, it's in an urban position. I talked about how that one wasn't great. But that one's a little bit further away than I had hope for, really. So we'll try and get to it if we can. I want to try and sweep across these guys. But I do have now the MiG-29s already in position. I've got the other MiG-29s further up, well, further back. So I just need to clear the skies. Clear the skies. Especially now while the NATO air power... Well, sorry, while NATO air power is like spread out like this. It'd be great to try and get to the air power down in this area too, just to really cause more damage. Well, we've caused damage. We've taken some damage, but we haven't taken as much damage as we could have done. I could have used things like the chemical strike or the... Where is it? The preemptive strike. But the issue with the preemptive strike is it inflicts losses on up to 30 PACT air units, and it's like... That's okay. It can inflict damage on like NATO air units, but it's a lot. It is a lot for something that it may or it may not. And I'm not really keen on that. So let's see. These two, and I probably want to have these deployed in packs. Because I could try and hunt down air defense radars. Well, yeah, that sort of thing really. Air defense and air defense radars. And like try and hit them there really. Try and soften up his like actual air defense. But let's take a look then. What do we have over here then? So there's air power. Well, there's actual helicopters here. Taking out the US helicopters over here is a pretty good thing. Because that does mean that, yeah, he's not going to have that air spot over there in Bremen. And as we know, NATO helicopters are... They're basically hunter-killers. Whereas our gunships are basically support assets. So, whereas our gunships will support our troops, his are actually designed to just kill, basically, in their own round. And it flips when it comes to artillery. When it comes to like artillery, then WARSAW PACT is designed to kill, whereas like NATO artillery is designed to actually support the troops. So yeah, taking out his gunships is good because that's his like killing unit. I'd like to see them gone. So what do we have to use then? I should have a good deal of elements here and there. What I could maybe do is just leave the stack hanging just for the time being, and maybe like bring back these guys and come back around, link up with MiG-29s, and then link up with them on the way. And then at least I've got something that I can actually maybe even use then. And these guys do have unlimited range, so that's brilliant. I don't think they have that, so we'll go around there. Oh, I do take a hit, but they do absorb hits, I believe. Yes, I didn't take any hits there. That's good. Right, there we are. I'll take satellites to check out this area down here soon enough as well. So let's see here then. If I take these guys, that gets me to 10. And they will come back for air defense anyhow. Link up with you. That's a 2 there, okay. Yeah, these are going to be quite good to use. Right. So let me go ahead and take these satellites over here. Let's go a little bit further down. Yeah, down this way too. So they're generally along this line here. So what I'd want to go ahead and do then is, let's see. And then fly that way. And then at least I'm going to be hitting as much NATO air power as I can. Potentially even more there, hitting the helicopters too. And then I could try and hit the British gunships as well, the British helicopters as well. And then over here, try and link up that way. Okay. So this is where we'll try to aim to end up at. And again, these could be the guys that could be striking out here. So that is something to bear in mind, but I don't know. I don't have the air commands in this area here. What I mean by air command is essentially like these A50s. Yeah. If I had the A50s and really had it set up, but I can have that set up for future. And just really go for these like deep penetration raids that are designed to like destroy enemy air power. That'd be great. So yeah, we'll go with that. So what I'm going to go ahead and do. Notice that we have the Royal Air Force over here. They'd be nice to hit, but we'll fly by. So maybe I want to get in another cover unit there then. That certainly would not hurt. Especially with the mission I'm carrying out here. I should have another round here somewhere. I do have these guys over here. I'll bring up one of these guys then. Though saying that, I probably have another one up over this way somewhere. And maybe I should just use one of those. I think there's... Yeah, there's another 3 in fact. So yeah, we'll have another one of these. These guys obviously having that infinite range is really handy. It means I have other assets that could just be used elsewhere then. So we'll have it move across. Link up over here. So that's got plenty of cover now. I think that's an actual bomber. Or at least it has the opportunity. It's technically considered a fighter bomber, which is interesting. Yeah, these guys... I think this... I'm not too sure, actually. I think this might be a legitimate bomber. I think it is a legitimate bomber. Right, okay. Well, I'll bear that in mind, then. That can fly back. Yeah, they do have ground attacks, so they will come in handy, actually. It's 3 of them, okay. That's good to know. They'll be handy elsewhere. They're actually quite good. I can actually get them in some nice places there. For ground attacks, not a huge amount, but it's still not bad either. So we have an A50 out down this way. We also have some MiG-29s, so I'll be using them to sweep south. Got 41 movement on these Jet 28s. Yeah, these are nice guys. A lot of bombers down here, in fact. Right, that's what I was looking for. So go ahead and have it link up over there, and then it can come back. If I use these guys right, I can use them a lot. And that means I can actually get a lot of value out of them. So we've got ample coverage there, and a good amount of kill. So I'm going to fly. If I fly that way, or that way, that costs me a little bit more, so this way. And then I do have these stacking issues, so I can go that way as well. So do I want to go and try and tangle with the RAF? Maybe. I can go through all of them, barring the one over at Hanover. I guess we'll try that. Hopefully it goes well. I do take some hits there, so this could go wrong. So far, so good. I am taking hits, though. Right, okay. So we did take hits, but these guys serve their purpose and they cancel those hits out. And again, that could still happen for him too. It probably will do. Quite a few helicopters over here. So we're looking at 9, 4... Right, I've got a 4 there. Apparently cleared the unit over here, which is good. Right. Flying over these helicopters would be good. Yeah. Do I have enough? I doubt it with a 4. That's an occupied province. The others do have a little bit more room. So let's see. If I move here. I may have to drop these guys. Which is not the end of the world. I've still got adequate amount of air capability. I want to make sure I can use these guys elsewhere. These guys have still got more. There's possible interception here. Now it says I'm not going to get stuck, but I don't know how true that is. It is a risk. Yeah, a lot of these provinces are actually held out here. It's a risk. Now, apparently it says I'm not going to get stuck, so I'm going to try and trust it here and hope for the best. I fucking knew it. And it brought in the Sputnik as well. That's a pain in the ass. Like it said, I want to get stuck in a battle there. Annoying. Right, it is what it is. I could go back, but there's no point. I wish that... Yes, I trusted that due to the tooltip, so that's a bit annoying. That's a little annoying. Still these guys here actually say they need taken out. Oh, fuck me. Oh, fuck me. Oh, fucking hell. I can't believe I just got them stuck. Oh, fucking hell. I need to ask the developer if they can just not get stuck in battle. So that'd be nice. That's annoying as hell. Alright, okay, we're still kind of flying blind now. Fucking hell. I can't believe I just did that. Wow, okay. Alright, well, we've got majority of what we wanted. I just get them stuck every time. God damn it. That's a massive pain in the ass, because I really need to see over here. Fucking hell. God damn it, okay. Fuck me. Okay. Shit. God damn it. Ah, god bloody damn it, that's annoying. God damn. Okay, that's annoying. I really could have done without that. I do have these guys. These guys are technically bombers, but they do have infinite range. It's just I can kind of use them like reconnaissance, but I do run a bit of a risk. Like, I need to see what's going on here. I don't think this is an occupied province. Alright. I didn't quite get to see what was in Vienna there. Alright, so there's nothing over Vienna. Okay. So I can use bombers as I like at Vienna. Okay. Really what I want to try to do here then is pack as much punch as I can get. Have them meet over here to Bratislava. I probably do want to fight to sweep it first. Right, I'll fly overhead. Alright, we're okay. Obviously take some apparent losses, but we managed to cancel out those losses, but I can at least show that in theory I'm not going to get intercepted by enemy air power here, so that's okay. So I can get 20 in there. Maybe more in fairness. In fact, I think I will probably take more in. I think it does mean I can just take in one more bomber, but it might make them more effective if they have a leader there, technically. Having some reconnaissance in there would be very handy as well. These guys have shorter range, though. I'll make use of them. That's a chunky boy. Yeah, they can deal with enemy radar. They also have a really good attack power. Got quite a few bombers here, I must say. What have I got there? So I've got 18 there, which actually works out great. That takes me to 20. So I'm going to have to deal with enemy air power, really. Alright, okay. So do head in here. I didn't use these guys in the end. But I'm not too... Yeah, that's fine. I can live with that. The main thing is I've got air power to hit Vienna. And that's okay. It will be interesting to see how the A50 helps here, because it does mean that they have... Actually, some of these guys have, like, 3 morale, some have 2. I don't know. It is a leader. Now, I'm hoping that means that they can actually help out and actually ensure that we have better results here, because we need to have rolls. But even air power goes by rolls. I'm not sure how much you can actually boost the morale of air power attacks. But if I can get them up... it does mean a greater likelihood of actually causing more damage. More damage is more damage, which would be excelente. Really need that. So we'll go with that. Other things are a little bit easier to decide here now. These guys, again, it comes down to just like, where do I want to have this? Vienna's an interesting one because I do obviously want to have air power there, but it's a question of, I also need to protect the living hell out of Bratislava, so I think I probably will have a Hungarian fighter moved up to support Bratislava. Which means that they would have to have some cover there. But yeah, having that there is actually no joke. I need them here at Bratislava. Otherwise they will hit me. In theory, I can also hit the Pomkas over here now. In theory. And theory is not very strong. Bremen's so deliciously unsupported, and it's like, maybe there's a small fucking chance. Maybe. But it's just, it's so unlikely. But I don't know, man. Like, -3 defense 2, -2 defense 1. That gives the morale bonus of 1. This gives morale bonus of 2. Fuck. Like, maybe it could be done with, like, just an ungodly amount of, like, specialized air support. But it's, like, it's so difficult. There's -3 to bombing penalty here as well. It's rough. But they do lack armor superiority. I can't... Maybe I could besiege it. Maybe there's technically enough strength to besiege this. There is enough strength to besiege it, but it's like, oh, I don't know. If I could win it, it would be like, wow, that'd be nice. They would just get wiped out. I think they're just going to get wiped out no matter what I do. I don't know, man. I don't know. And there's air power inside that airport too. I don't know. If I could take it, that'd be amazing. I don't think for a second I'm going to be able to take the city of Bremen. Like, there's no way. Those units just do not have the strength to do that. There is just too much in there inside Bremen to make it possible. But it could be a situation where maybe... Well, there's not actually a hope in hell that I can actually link up there. But you know. Yeah, okay. Who knows about that? Okay, so let's see. What else do we need to do now? The amount that we need to do is actually narrowing down, and it's mostly coming down to just me hitting the enemy. I believe that there's air power here and here. I know there's air power around here. So I need to clear this air power. Let's see. I got that die. Move you down here. Yeah, we'll go with that. So what I want to go ahead and do then is grab this other sty here then. And this is when I would have drawn upon the support of those guys, but hey ho. Right. Now they could actually reach that. But it's okay. I'm actually going to have these moved into the interior. The reason being that they're not that strong, like in terms of actual strength points, but they are good enough to defend, and they have the stats to defend. So it's like it probably would help me more to have them defend, like over here at Erfurt, I don't know how to pronounce it. Like just areas where we do have like these guys that need to be defended. Like this guy came into attack, even with that heavy air defense. But like over here at Leipzig, I actually do not have air defense. So having fighters there is even more important than anywhere else. But yeah, so they could make it over there this turn, and then it's important because I need to have them at an airfield. So they'll probably head over here. So I've got 10 there now. There's another here. That takes me to 15 now, which isn't going to work. If I had an A50, I could get a third group in there and a electronic warfare, I think. But we don't have that. Actually, 17. So I can get a SU-17 in there. And a big squadron if I have one laying around here. So many bombers. Right, there's a MiG squadron. Yeah, MiG-23 squadron. I could always use these guys, but again it comes down to like movements and everything like that. Quality as well. So, move them there. That gives me 14. I can sweep the skies. Strike from the skies, brothers. Arguably, I could move to the south if I want to. But I want to make sure I get this cleared. Oh, I hit over here too, which is good. Shooting down. Oh, we're being shot down, shooting down. I don't know how that went. Amazing, probably. Alright, they've only got 3 there. Fucking hell. I don't know if there needs to be a ground unit. I think there's a ground unit here. I don't know about here. No, just test. Right. They're not intercepting. And there's a ground unit here. This has been sold. I could have this place over here at Fulda. Doesn't really matter for me. They could even potentially engage that group there. They have a little bit more capability to run here. What I could do is maybe move there. That's going to cost me 3, but I still have enough there. But I can reinforce it there. Not a lot. Right, I go back over here. They're quite useful. But yeah, they'll be based out here. And again, it's very low cost, very low strength, very low everything besides the actual capability. But they are quite useful to have there. Now, I can't really guarantee air superiority there, but I can get the helicopters in. So as much... I don't know, maybe they won't intercept... They may intercept over here, which is a problem. I kind of wish I could have dropped the VDV there now, but hey-ho. Could have maybe have done it, but again. Right. So I've not got that much left in the tank here. Oh, there's another one here as well. Oh, you can make it there. Hell yes. Oh, in fact, another one could make it there. Sorted. Right, they have nothing right now, so they can't... They should be able to move. But I think I need to have another unit there to move them out of the airfield. We'll figure that one out later. Because technically these guys can't move either. Right. Maybe that's just enough just to pass by. I could technically reinforce these guys then afterwards. But let's just get them in here. Let's just get them in here. Right. Quite a few. Quite a few. Quite a few. Ooh, and we're getting knocked back. Alright, okay. So take some hits. That's a loss there. We do take some hits on this guy, but I can recover that. It does mean that they're going to be out to fight, but I can recover it. And really, I'm trying to cause as much damage as I can, so it is what it is. But at least I managed to cause some damage over here. So, and again with these guys need to defend Prague, basically. If I go over here, go all the way down. There we are. 8's there. 7, 6, 5, 4. Right. They need to defend number 4 with their lives. So these guys are going to go back to Prague. They really don't have a lot of movement though, which is a pain in the ass. Right. Still be moving back to Prague when I can. But we're getting there now. Maybe I could just put the helicopters together out here, to be fair. But it depends. Yeah, helicopters are not the offensive weapon as such, then they're the support weapon unlike the NATO ones. So I want to have the helicopters help out our troops. So I'll have them positioned like for here. The fighter bombers obviously do the offensive missions. Which is an interesting one. I might go ahead and just try if I can get the bombers over here. Not the end of the world if I can't, it would just be a mass pain in the ass. What have I got there? 9. Takes me up to 13, baby. If I can make it there, I can get in. Too full, baby. Alright. I'll say one of these guys. Well, in fairness, I could even use those heavy bombers, but that's okay. We'll use them for when I need to get somewhere. Maybe I just want to fly. I don't know, we'll fly this way. Or in fairness, I could fly. We will see. Okay, we'd route them. Oh, thank God for that. Okay. Whew. Okay, that's good. We finally get in there then. So I finally got the bombers there. That only took me forever. And because I'm a genius, I'm not a genius. Feck. Alright. Oh, technically. I don't really gain myself anything, but I do get a leader in there. And that's okay. Technically I get a leader in there. Technically we've got air superiority because we also do have a fighter over there. Maybe that helps out. Maybe. Who knows? Not I. Right, so they're kinda knuckled under. I want to have helicopters on this, so I'll just bring up the helicopters with the fighters. Everyone else doesn't really need it. Have them assemble here, really. And what that means is when they go forward, they have some actual air offensive capabilities. We'll go here, 8. I want to have the guys that hit tanks hard. Yeah, like this one. So I can get 2 more in there. I do know of 2 more with tanks, but they could be kind of handy over there. But I don't think the Germans will have enough. They don't have a leader, which doesn't help them out. There's usually one around Berlin somewhere. That might be the one I'm thinking of, but I'm sure there's another. Ah, that's... I was thinking of these guys, but it's not. I was thinking of you. Da-da, da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Right, they don't have all that much range. They're a little bit bigger than I would hope. That'll do it. But maybe I want to use one of these guys to make sure they get in. Yeah, anti-radiation. Maybe I'll bring those guys up. They do have electronic warfare and stealth apparently, which is interesting. So these guys will be intended to take out enemy radar then. I keep saying radar, but you know what I mean, like air defense basically. That takes me up to 12. I can just go ahead and put in the other guy. I put that in there, so I just need the other one now. Yeah, that one. Yep, they tried to intercept. Oh, we shoot down and win the dogfight. Yep, so that's good. So that's why I use those helicopters there, because they do have air defense. It just means that these guys can get in. So we have the ground support elements over here then, because these guys have a 4-4. They're not as good as the larger gunships, but they also do have... Actually, they may be on par with the other gunships. They're 3, 6, then 8. I was thinking about Toy Story. That was the tank engine song there for a second. Yeah, they're not as good as like the dedicated Mi-24 gunship groups. They're one less, but they have that air. They also have air defense, which makes a big old difference. So that's good. We've got the support of a folder. I think there might be a unit over here. So hitting this would be good too. Or even hitting here would be good. There is no breakthrough nor pursuit there, so hitting here would be worth it. I'd also like to have some air power over here, but we'll do it one step at a time. Let's see. I do have a little bit more air power I could throw down that way, so maybe I have something come up this way and clear it from the south. That'd be nice. I do have these guys in fairness. So that's 8. That's 8. Alright, fair enough. Right, move you up there. $13. These guys are actually beefed up a bit instead of a 3. Takes me up to 11. This guy's also looking great. Can't really fly where I need to fly, so not as ideal as I would hope. So that's a little larger. That's Mag. Grab a unit of MiG-23s then. Right, okay. So they need to fly up and around. Something like that. Alright, and that's clear. Alright, okay. So they did a good job. That one's been exhausted, but these others are still good to go, which is excellent. So that means I could try and go after those gunships if I wanted to, and the gunships around this area, but we'll hold that in a reserve. I could put the air support that I need over here now. And I could just use the gunships. I want to have as much fire density as I can get, really. The other larger ones, though, are interesting. Now they... Oh yeah, these are only like 3-3, so they're not that great. Right. Stuff like this is more like it. I can get 14 here, so not as much as I could elsewhere, but that's okay. Yeah, these are meant for dealing with tanks. I could also use the SU-25s. They can follow breakthrough as well, which is interesting. Can these guys? They can't. Okay. That's pretty interesting then. They can follow breakthrough. They can follow breakthrough. Okay. That's a pretty big deal breaker. They can follow breakthrough. So can they. Okay. Right, again, this is it. So I can't have them for the breakthrough, which is a bit of a pain. They could be quite good against like Berlin there, but yeah. I think I have some more SU-25s. They might be further to the rear, to be honest. I'm pretty sure I have some Czech ones. Yeah, there's the Czech ones. But they're lower strength, aren't they? They could fly... Well, technically they could fly up there. They'd have to approach it from a different angle, though. So that is going to expose them to AA. Alright. Technological superiority there. The fact that it says with ground-to-air missiles to attack fortifications and tanks. I'm going to be dealing with tanks over... Well, Fulda's already accounted for. They've already got that there. So they can't follow breakthrough, which is a bit of a pain. But the question is, like, where would they break through? Probably here. Or even here. Either or doesn't particularly matter. Breakthrough, yes. Breakthrough, yes. Alright. So I'm setting up a group here for breakthrough. Give them air cover. Well, just give them that reconnaissance there, which will help. The more serious gunships are to the rear. They just need to reach that position there, which they can. So link up. Will they have enough for breakthrough? But it says they can follow breakthrough. It doesn't say that you need to have MP to follow breakthrough. Maybe you need to have MP to follow breakthrough. Who knows? Not I. Right, 11. Kind of covering the bases here. I think I have a group of... Yeah, and they can follow breakthrough. Okay, they'll do. It's a ad hoc group, but it does have 2 gunships in there to help support. It's got the reconnaissance there. Now, do I technically need the reconnaissance? I don't know. Maybe I don't. So I could get something else as a 2 in there. I don't know. I'll just go with the reconnaissance. Having that search bonus does help. I need to look up search bonus, but I believe it does help. Alright, yeah. So there's some gunships over here then. So we have to deal with these guys. This is a fairly big stack over here. I do want to get something on top of that. Yeah, it's quite a few gunships out here. Something to go that way would be great. I've got 6. That would land me in this area. With that one at 4. But that's just the MiGs, so I don't have to really deal with the MiGs. Right, these other helicopters will support elsewhere. I have these East Germans over here. They can go forward and assault. Go forth. Be conquered. Go forth and die. There's the other. These guys can move, and I need to move them to where cover is. Alright, let's just do some fun shit down here. So I got my helicopters. My others. They're not bad, I really need to use them more because, again, they actually buff the defense of your assets, so that's worthwhile. Oh, there's another VDV unit there. I'm going to hold them as a reserve, basically. So I've got 9. Move there. Right. That's 2. What does this one have? Surge bonus. Interesting. Breakthrough. Can follow breakthrough. Can follow breakthrough. Can follow breakthrough. That's what we need. None of it matters because I can't break through to Vienna anyway. Right, that'd take me to 11. Then I can put another helicopter in there if I want to. Or I might just go with these. Maybe I'll just take a reconnaissance unit in there. Try and give them a surge bonus, and then maybe that helps out. The rest can go down here. Alright. Just want to hit Austria where we can hit Austria. Now, where else? Got those helicopters there. Now, I'd be intercepted here. I don't think in this area. Let me drop these guys then. Let's grab these 2 here. Maybe I do just go for that, then I'm going to intercept and get what I want. Or if I go like that, then at least I do have the option to go in here anyway. So I'm going to go with that. I could even just go here, in fact, then decide. So we'll go with that. Fly over. Oh, I didn't even intercept that, which is interesting. I'm going to bring these guys out. Oh, actually saying that, let's see. I could fly this way. Let's go. So there's nothing there. I can't go there. Can't go there. We'll go here then. Yeah, they're buggered off. And it means that they're now the airfield. Which means that if I can move these guys, because these guys have got this province now, this is pretty much theirs next turn. Well, whenever their phase comes up, that means I could actually just like straight up move in there and take them out. Which means that they actually gain some value. Huzzah! That'd be worthwhile. Alright, they can do... Oh, no, they can't right now. But they could probably have done other stuff if I had thought about that. I could have just, like, taken them out, but I was thinking about that. Why didn't I do it? Okay, anyhow. So, we're almost there. Almost there. Maybe I just do some easier stuff, but we'll see. We're almost at that point now when I'm going to be going forward with ground power, but we're not quite there. I think what I'll do, considering I buggered up the satellites and got them stuck without meaning to, and the stream is getting longer in the tooth, rather than split them up on video editing software, I'm sorry, I'm just going to go ahead and be the beast that I am and just upload it. Just, you know, put it on YouTube. It just takes too long. I just haven't got the patience for it, man. I haven't got the patience. That's generally alright. You guys know what's happening. But just to sum up, buggered up the attack over here, eventually got through. I don't know how we're doing. Not as great as I could have been doing, but generally alright. We're targeting them in a couple places. I've been a hell of a lot more effective in hitting NATO air power this time around. We will see how it goes. I mean, just having these guys over here with a free morale and just -8 is going to be great. Absolutely great. Like, again, over here, -8. It puts them on par with, like, the Soviet ones now, which is amazing. Or have the Soviet ones been buffed? I swear. I don't know. Has everybody been buffed? Well, everybody's on 8, -8 with 3 morale, so I'm going to say that's pretty good. So yeah, next time what we'll do then is we'll just get the rest of the air phase done. The air phase generally does take a little bit longer, at least the first one. How are we looking in terms of replacements? 116, 126. In fairness, I've not buggered up the Soviet... I've not buggered up the Warpack Air Force as much as I normally would do. Because, like, I don't know, maybe I didn't, maybe I did. But I went with Chemical Strike, and I went with, like, Preemptive Strike over there. Which did mean that I did take hits across the board, and other units that might not have had to have taken those hits. But yeah. We're going to get strikes on Pomkish units over here. Ooh, I could actually move one of those heavy bombers over here. Like the 1 strength units over here. Maybe I could do that. That'd have been great. Might try and get that out there if I can. But that'd be great to get another, like, strength 4 attack. Hopefully I get S priority here by having these guys. And over here as well. And if I can actually boost the attacks, that'd be great. I'd be interested to see what happens with that. Plenty of bombs over here. And it's technically a fighter bomber. I don't know if that counts as like having S priority, but if it does, then that'd be amazing. I can't break through to Vienna straight away. It's a shame, I know. As there's no pursuit nor breakthrough. I do want to drive through here. So, what I'm going to go ahead and do is have this army over here, obviously command these men and drive through here. I can bring in a hell of a lot more Czechs over here, but I want to make sure that I take this hex and drive off these Austrians. And again, drive off these Austrians and then be in a position to push through to Vienna. I'll also then be able to push over here to this godforsaken mountain, which is going to be awful. But yeah, essentially just try and drive through Austria much, much sooner. I don't know if I'm going to go this way. It's set up that way. But it's just like, if I go that way, I don't know, man. It kind of puts me in a difficult position, but maybe that is a position I kind of want to be in. The Czechs don't... Well, what did I do with the Czechs? The Czechs were used over here to shield the Soviets and push them through, but then if I do have another breach here, if I'm pushing here, and then obviously if I can push here in a more effective way, that'd be great. I do have additional Soviet forces to play with, like I do have the 11th Army over here that we didn't have last time. I still haven't committed the VDV. So I'm kind of hoping that I might have opportunities to commit the VDV like next turn. And amphibious forces as well. I'm kind of thinking that he's going to deploy his troops. If I can kind of keep that bit of ambiguity as well, that's going to be quite good. Because if I have it where he's not entirely sure where the VDV will be deployed, because the VDV can be deployed like north and south. Or, yeah, I think they can be deployed really quite widely. I don't know what happens. I don't know if it gets shot down. Maybe they get shot down. Because it's like I could even try to land like out here again and try and do some crazy shit. Maybe their drop locations are just diminished. Who knows? I've never tried it on the second turn, so this is all new. The American Marines are likely going to land. They're probably going to end up here in Denmark, so that's going to be fun. We'll see. Again, like we said, we have another Soviet army here, which means I have to use less of the poles to advance down this way. I'm going to have these East Germans get motor in. I just need to win the first battle, and then afterwards, I'll just get the vast majority of them motoring out here. I don't need to have everybody just stay here for, like, just with their dick in their hands, basically. Like, these god-awful border units would do okay. It's just having something on top. Like the Stars would do great. The Stars would be brilliant for that sort of thing. It's got a lot of strength there. But yeah, I want to try and break the Berlin defenders. I swear to God, you can defeat and take Berlin in a single turn, but I think you need to have some really good shit on it. And I think I could probably manage that. The forces over here at the front are going to be sufficient to break through. We won't have to worry about mines as much now. Like, we'll still have to worry about mines, but they're not going to be a pain in the goddamn ass. We have a means to, like, more effectively deal with them, so that's going to be quite good. And he's gone very heavy on defense, but he hasn't mobilized the French. So the French are not going to be in here immediately, which is interesting. So it does mean that in theory, I'm not too sure. Maybe he's not going to have the French up to full strength, or they're just not going to be usable on the first turn. I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. I think they're probably usable to an extent. But yeah, he's not going to have the French at least on top form immediately, which is good. We understand what will happen to the Italians. We've seen before what happens. But again, I want to drive through Vienna much sooner than I did before. And we have a turn here when I have, like, the ability to hit him with air power. So at the end of the day, I just need to protect like WARSAW and that sort of thing there, really. And just hit him. Just hit him, really, when I can. And go. But yeah, we'll go with that. There is every possibility he decides to use chemical weapons or nukes. That will be interesting. I don't have chemicals over here right now. It's as if I did, but I don't. But having chemical weapons would be really nice, so we'll see what happens there. I'm going to try to avoid using them, not because it's a bad thing. Just more so I didn't have the VP really for it. Did I deploy the additional KGB? Oh, yes, I did, thank God. Thank God, okay. Yeah, deployed additional KGB there. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, I really do want them because they're great. They do help out the morale, but also I can have them sit on places like Hamburg, etc., and have them like help out with sieging. We understand about sieging. We also understand do not assault a fucking city. It's just not worth it. It is gonna get your men killed, and we know about that now. We learned that lesson, eh? But yeah, until next time, thanks for watching, guys. Hope to see you again in the very, very near future. Stay sexy, and do follow me here on Twitch. That would be really much appreciated. Subscribe on YouTube as well. Like would be much appreciated. Comment. I do like comments. Believe it or not, I actually do like comments. Over these past few years, it's honestly kept me going a lot of the time. Just because it's really interesting now to just engage with people and just like, yeah, it's great. Please do. I very much appreciate it. A like helps out a lot as well. So, until next time, thank you. Adios. Sadian. Sayonara. Au revoir, goodbye. See you later, guys. Take care. Stay sexy.